Starmine.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Starmine podcast, episode I believe 13. Obviously this week we're doing Super Smash theme podcast. With me today is John.
Hello, it's John. 1355.
Nick was sick today, so he couldn't make it. But yeah, John, obviously you have the new Super Smash Brothers.
Yes, I do. I have this this game here. I'm trying to think of what to say about it. I haven't played it a whole lot, maybe about an hour.
Yeah, it is the day of release. So this is the most timely thing we've probably ever done. For just this opening here, we're just going to do a CPU only battle just to get through some stuff so John can pay attention while while we're going. But are you going to do an 8-man melee?
Yeah.
Or Smash? Oh boy.
All random. Whoa.
Oh boy. Pretty much the same cast from the 3DS version that I've seen at least.
Yeah, I think all the characters are the same. I haven't unlocked everything. I just have what's it called? Falco, wherever the hell he is on this list.
Yeah, I don't know.
Actually, I don't know where he is. Where's Fox?
The Fox and Falco right there in the middle, next to Pikachu and Meta Man.
Okay, they all blur together now.
This is thrilling audio.
Oh yeah.
Luckily there is video this time, so that's good. But yeah, I also I finally got my hands on 3DS Smash for the first time. I played a bit with Mega Man. Didn't like him too much, but the game played pretty well for what it was, and I was quite happy with it. You also have 3DS Smash, don't you?
Yes, I haven't put a whole lot of time into that. I did not really like the way it controlled it all.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to control it. That may have been why I didn't like Mega Man. Holy shit, that's a big level. With 8 guys too. Showing off the new lava stuff, lava danger zones, whatever they call them. But yeah, I finally got a hold of it at a Toys R Us actually, because I frequent those apparently.
Well, sometimes you gotta go to a Toys R Us.
Yeah. But yeah, while this goes on in the background, what have you been up to for the past week? Obviously today you played a little bit of this, but other than that, what have you done?
I've actually started playing and finished Bayonetta.
Oh really?
Yes. So that was a hell of a ride.
That was pretty quick. I'm surprised at how quick that was.
I eventually started losing a whole bunch, so I went down to easy because I.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's embarrassing, John. It's
You know what?
The fun of the game is the difficulty, man. You know.
It got
Oh, well.
it got real hard, but easy was real easy in kind of a way that it shouldn't have been. There's like no real middle ground to me.
Yeah.
But
what'd you think of the extended ending? Let's say.
I didn't expect it, but once it happened, I didn't know why I didn't. With the way that game went.
Nothing like fighting God, huh?
Yeah.
That was a fun fight. I had some frustrating moments with it. I was on normal with it, but I had some frustrating moments with it. It was very. There were just some times where it just got cheap shotted out of nowhere. You know, there's only so much you can do with witch time and dodging, and it would just kill me, you know, basically by like with Well, I wasn't looking. It was... But yeah, so you got that. Are you going to move on to Bayo 2?
Oh, definitely. I'm really, really excited to see that. I don't know if I'll be any better at that game, but probably not.
What do you think of the combat system? This is your first kind of character action sort of game, isn't it?
Well, actually, I think the first one was Metal Gear Rising.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. You played Rising.
Yeah, I felt like I was better at Rising. I liked the countering in that better, which apparently is not the most common.
Yeah, it's a parry system, which Bayonetta is more just like a dodge, dodge and counter. Whereas you know, there's a deflection in whatchamacallit. There's a deflection in Revengeance. There's more of a, you know, you have to do the counter yourself sort of thing once you. But you know, of course, Witch Time is completely different than, you know, you don't get any sort of bullet time thing in Revengeance.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have to say I really felt the combat system in Rising. At least, maybe it's because I had it click for me. I felt it was a lot more satisfying to counter than whenever I was kind of almost guessing on when to dodge.
Yeah, I can see that. If you don't have the dodging down, dodging's different to parrying, obviously,
Oh, yeah.
you know. But if you get the dodging down, it's a lot more satisfactory. I mean, you get that witch time, then you can just, you know, wail on them for a few seconds, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on the bosses and stuff like that, like fighting Jubileus at the end, like I wouldn't have been able to beat that without witch time. You know, it's you dodge it and then you beat the crap out of them first. You know, that 5 seconds of prolonged, you know, free hits is what helps you win.
Yeah,
that kind of thing. But yeah, you liked Bayonetta.
yeah. And I my mouth was like jaw dropped. Like, this is the most ridiculous beginning to a game I've ever played.
It is strange, and I have not played any of Bayonetta 2 yet, but I have seen the opening cinematic, and it is equally just kind of insane. Just it's kind of out of left field, like it's supposed to be, and yeah, that's good.
There's apparently a dimmer on my screen whenever nothing moved for a while. Oops.
There you go. Hopefully that won't show up in the video. But other than that, have you played anything else?
I spent a whole hell of a lot of time transferring Pokemon from Platinum to Pokemon White, and then from White to the Pokemon Bank, so I can then transfer it from that one to a different game.
I'm not sure what that means, but I'm guessing you're just trying to get all the starters?
No, it's I finished the game completely in Platinum. I had one of every type, like evolution and everything, because I spent a hell of a lot of time playing that while watching like TV shows.
Yeah.
So there's a process where you can move those from Platinum to White, which is a different generation of Pokemon games, so they don't directly interact with each other, but you can send them one way to one of the games. So it involved a terrible mini game where you do 6 at a time, and it's kind of like you're drawing back a bow and letting go, and it shoots a ball, and you have to catch it, the Pokemon, as it's bouncing around on the screen. And I had to do this for about 500 Pokemon. It was terrible.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm sitting here doing this, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Why do they hate us?
Yeah, that seems like a lot of work just to transfer Pokemon.
Yeah, they made the system a lot easier. The Pokemon Bank, which is an application that they released for 3DS, really helps solve a lot of these issues, because you can just easily transfer from the cart to an online bank, and then from cart to cart, like, with no problem at all. So hopefully they actually got this nailed down from here on, because it was always some weird system where they would building a game not knowing how the other game is going to communicate to it in the future.
Yeah.
So it seems like they may have an infrastructure now for future games, so it doesn't get messy like that again. That's my plan. I hope. I hope I don't have to do that ever again.
That'll be fun.
Yep.
Cool though. So you also got the new Pokemon games today,
Yes,
right?
I've yet to play them, but
What are the new ones called?
it's the Ruby and Sapphire. I think it's Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby.
Okay.
I know it's Alpha and Omega and Ruby and Sapphire, but I do not know the combinations thereof.
So viewers, you can fill in the blanks. Cool. And then obviously you've been playing this a little bit.
Yes, this has been all right. I'm trying to think what else I did. I also got the WoW expansion, I guess.
That's very committal of you.
Yeah.
I guess I got the expansion.
Well, I don't have a level 90 character, so none of the expansion content is available to me yet. Which, that's a commitment that I don't know if I can get to level 90 without just cheating by using that.
Don't they? I was gonna say, don't they have a boost for you or something like that?
Yeah, but I don't know if because I've never gone through the content yet. It feels weird to just boost to the top level and skip everything. But
yeah, I mean you're paying to play the game, so I don't know.
But we'll see how that goes. I'm still paying that $15 a month, so I'm like,
so you've calmed down on Hearthstone a little?
No.
Still going strong?
Yep. I think I put another $10 in cards this week.
Jeez, man.
They're releasing a new expansion of cards. I think it's like 150 cards or something to that level. It's goblins and I'm really good with my WoW lore. Goblins and some other mechs. No, goblins and yeah, you can look it up. But it's another expansion. It's going to work separately from the original base deck. So whenever you go and spend your coins that you get, your gold, you can either buy a base expansion or base set, or you can buy from this new expansion. So that's interesting. A lot of the cards are completely crazy and different than anything that have been in the game before. A lot more random elements.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to change up the meta game.
Oh boy.
I feel so stupid saying stuff like that, but that's, I guess, the way they call it.
I really just gotta like introduce you to Magic the Gathering, just let you go broke buying new cards.
No,
for that.
don't.
They have an online one too.
I would probably also go broke on that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think. Well, I guess you can probably buy card packs, but who knows? Anything else you did? Did you do anything else? Let's put it that
I
way.
also got GTA for the PS4. I bought 5 games this week.
Awesome.
I've played 3 of them.
Well, I mean that's you know, more than 50% of them.
Yes. I guess the 2 I didn't play are the 2 Pokemon games, so I guess that kind of hurt. But the GTA game looks fantastic. Like if you were to just show me that and say it's a PS4 game to begin with, I would have not doubted you at all. They apparently up-resed and redid every texture in the game.
Wow.
That's
It did look pretty good from what I saw, but I wasn't looking very hard.
yeah. I'm glad I waited. Apparently, since I didn't have the original version and it couldn't like upload my stats from the original game, I'm missing out on like some exclusive content, which kind of sucks because it only unlocks if you've played the game before. But it's real good. I have 2 characters. I guess there's 3 play overall the whole game. So if anyone's listening and knows how far I am, it's not that far.
Yeah.
I also bought WWE 2K15 or whatever. Don't buy that.
Really? That one with the super duper full of itself commercial with, isn't that like a Frost poem or something like that? The do not go kindly into that good night or whatever.
Oh yeah, I've seen that ad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like really you're gonna use that poem? Okay, it's fine, I guess. It seems like
it. I think it's going to be all right for what I want out of it, but it's still.
Not great.
Yeah, they need to probably fundamentally change how that game plays, and instead of just edit a small bit at the beginning, because they tried to make like a rock paper. In the very beginning of the match, you have like a rock paper scissors with the other guy. You then have a lock picking mini game. The first person, yes, when you move the one analog stick in a circle to find the little notch that you have to hold in to unlock.
Yeah.
Well, you have to do that before the other person does, and then you win, and then you like hit them or something. It was not a good idea.
That is baffling. That is genuinely baffling. I am not sure about that at all.
Well, it's supposed to be in theory because more realistic in the terms of it doesn't go immediately into just people like doing high-powered crap against each other.
Well, here's the problem with that. That's exactly what people want to do.
Yeah.
There's, that's what people want to do. That's clearly not understanding your audience.
Mm-hmm. So they're selling like a $25 season pass for all the DLC, but they've yet to tell you what any of that DLC is. So, of course, I can't imagine anyone actually buying that ahead of time. I don't get season pass DLC where they don't tell you what you're getting. Kind of like, hey, you might like this. We're gonna make something in the future. Buy it at a discount. But yeah, it's pretty meh. It looks good. There's a lot of custom stuff, but there's a good feature where you can download random stuff off the community. They have a weird download limit though, like a 24-hour download limit, where you can only download like 20 or 15 things.
Probably just to keep the the servers from overloading.
Mm-hmm. I guess that would make sense, but I get when it comes down to that or having the servers down, I'd take that.
Yeah. Since I was just thinking about it, have you tried to play Driveclub again?
No, I haven't yet. I don't think it's fixed yet. I don't think it's 100%.
No, from what I've seen, the article I'm seeing is about a month old, but they were putting the PS Plus version on hold, and of course they've had widespread problems with their game.
Yeah.
I think it's just from what it sounds like, it's a server issue, not like a number of connections issue.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I was just wondering if you tried again. You've given up then?
I don't know if I'll end up playing it from here on. The club, or not the club, what's it called? It's a
the social elements?
No, there's a new game coming out next week, I believe, or 2 weeks from now. It's I think it's Ubisoft. Whatever. I'll probably end up talking about that whenever I get that, but it's it's a game where you're driving around the whole world. It's got more of a storyline to it, and I'm looking forward to that game.
Yeah.
So who knows how that goes. So.
So we'll talk about that the next time we podcast, probably.
Yeah. It looks like Toon Link is winning right now.
Yep, just beating Kirby and Robin. Looks like Palutena and Sheik right behind there. What level did you put
3,
him on?
default.
3. Oh, that's why it's taking so long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've, killed themselves 10 times out of the 30? That was maybe a bit much.
Yeah.
8
Yeah.
people.
But that's all right. But I mean, it's been like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I think they would have done a little bit better. Oh, and Kirby falls.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think Toon Link is the outlier here. But yeah, anyways, on to me. Obviously we haven't done a podcast since October.
It's been a while.
It's sort of a little follow-up. Yeah, it's been a while. Sort of a little follow-up on some of the other movies that I watched at the end of October. I ended up watching this movie called Enemy, which was a really cool one. I might be talking about ones I've already talked about because I don't remember when we recorded last, but yeah, Enemy was a good one. It was Jake Gyllenhaal. It was kind of a doppelganger story. Like he finds a dude that looks exactly like him, but it's a really weird sort of like deeper than it seems at first kind of movie, and there's giant spiders in it. But I highly recommend it if you can get a hold of it. It's a really, really good movie. It's based in Toronto, and it looks very much like Toronto, just sort of like a, bland architecture, like nothing you really want to look at kind of thing. But it fits the story real well. And as I said, there are giant spiders in there. It's very confusing. But also really cool. Another one was Lords of Salem by Rob Zombie. It was like a 90s music video stretched out into a movie about witches. Like a 90s Rob Zombie music video. It was pretty crazy. Sherry Moon Zombie is the main character. If you know anything about Rob Zombie movies, which I imagine you do not, John.
Not much.
He always casts his wife in one of the main roles, and she's not been great in the other movies that he's put out. In this one, though, she was pretty good. She played her role pretty well, pretty understated, not too over the top. But the rest of the movie was, of course, kind of crazy and over the top. As I said, it was like a 90s music video, especially near the end. It was just a bunch of like weird visuals and like all this crazy shit was happening. But it was all kind of like, it was more silly than like disturbing. Like it was trying to be kind of disturbing, but it was more silly. So it was a fun little movie. I liked it a whole lot. One of the other movies I watched, John Dies at the End. Have you heard of that
I've
one,
heard that
John?
name.
It's by David Wong, I believe, from Cracked. It was his story, and they made it into a movie. Some good smaller, lesser known actors in it. This makes me sound like such a nerd and a weirdo, but if you've seen the show VGHS, Video Game High School, a lot of the people in there, or there's some crossover between there and that movie. Just kind of the small comedy scene in LA, I guess, getting together to do a movie. But that was a really fun one too. It was just like a crazy. It was like a sort of body horror mixed with like a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know. It was just an odd sort of movie. Almost like I hate to say it was a stoner comedy because it wasn't really a stoner comedy, but it shares a lot of like like a lot of ideas with that sort of thing. It's just sort of like the main character doesn't really know what's going on at all, and like all this crazy shit's happening around him and the world's falling apart. Like he gets shot by a police officer, and like he ends up in a burning house, and like all this crazy, and it's all real tongue in cheek. It's supposed to be obviously guy from Cracked. It's a comedy, but it's a really good, really good movie. That's another one I recommend. The last one that I'll talk about, which I don't really recommend, is called Hayride, and I'm going to spoil it just because it's a bad movie called Hayride. Oh no, Fox has got, that's a terrible special for the level.
Yeah, wow.
But the last one's called Hayride. That was the one I watched this year. It was a not great movie about a haunted hayride where a serial killer starts killing people during the haunted hayride. So it looks like it's just part of the thing, but then it's actually real. So not a great premise for a movie. Not gonna go very far. But it had a very interesting thing in it. They talked up this killer the entire this urban legend killer the entire time, and the entire movie you think it's this escaped serial killer that's doing it. It's this big bald dude who at the beginning of the movie ends up in a car crash, and he gets out, and he goes to the area where the haunted hayride is, but in the end, it's actually just the urban legend that they were talking about the entire time. It was kind of an interesting. It was a twist I wasn't expecting. Is I guess what I'll say about it. It was a dumb little movie with a kind of interesting little twist at the end. It was actually the urban legend and not just the escaped serial killer the entire time. And the urban legend's name was Pitchfork. Obviously, because it's a haunted hayride, so they have to go around with a pitchfork murdering people because hayride. Other than that, though, I've been playing a lot of Brawl. I have that one on the Wii. I've been playing a lot of that. Been having a lot of fun with it. Doing Subspace Emissary. It's a lot because I've been traveling a lot for work again. It's a lot easier to jump into and jump out of than Peace Walker. Especially since I'm getting near the actual, post end of Peace Walker.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know anything about what happens at the actual end.
I've read a plot synopsis once, and I barely remember it.
Just what happens with Zdarnov and his mole. Let's say I won't spoil what happens. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Just I'm about to get to that part. I also read a synopsis. Kind of spoiled it for myself, but I'm not too broken up over it. But I've been having a lot of fun with that. Just playing that right now. As I said, I've been traveling a lot. I did have a chance though. I started working with my dad on my arcade cabinet finally.
Oh, okay.
We looked at some pieces of wood, trying to figure out what we needed to get together for the whole thing. So that was fun too. It's starting to take physical shape, which is not something I expected would happen anytime soon. And it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yep. Other than that, been trying to find some GameCube games to play, but there aren't any that are less than $40 online or in secondhand stores. So I don't really want to spend that much money on a game that unless I really want that game. Which all of those games, they sound fun. Don't care that much right now. It's.
Yeah. What GameCube games were you thinking about?
I was trying to get Melee, actually, Super Smash Bros. Melee. It's just a lot of people have a lot of praise for it. I've played it before, obviously, but it's just one of those games. Now that I can own it, I kind of want to. But since I have Brawl, I don't think I'd really play it that much. and also it costs like $100.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I've not seen it in. I went to the exchange, and I don't remember if I saw it there or not, but it was like $100-some on Amazon. A lot of the other ones, just some of the Zeldas and the Metroid Prime series. Luigi's Mansion, I'd always found kind of interesting. But all of those, $45 and up. I found that if you want to play anything that was good on GameCube and you want to buy the physical copy, you're gonna probably spend more than $45.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy with Nintendo products, is that even though they make and sell a bunch of them, they don't really get cheaper.
Yeah, which is strange. Of course, normally video games don't appreciate its value unless they're rare. And I mean, Super Smash Bros. Sold probably a shitload of copies. I don't know the numbers or anything, but Melee probably sold a shitload of copies because it was a Super Smash game. And it's still like $100-some almost. It's kind of silly.
I wonder if it's to do with people not selling them.
Probably. I mean, there wasn't that many copies or anything. It wasn't like there was a ton of copies sitting there. I mean, like even on Amazon, there's only a handful of copies of these things. So
I just can't believe that would be $100 for that game.
I think it was $100. I don't know. Maybe I'm not remembering it right. I don't feel like looking it up right now though. The other game, Pikmin. Pikmin was another game that I had seen a whole bunch on back in the day, and really thought, oh, that sounds really fun. It was, it reminded me a little bit, I guess, not aesthetically, but sort of like quirky gameplay style of, whatchamacallit, Seaman, if you can think of that. Like, I don't know why, but it just, like, both of those games had sort of the same appeal to me, that they were just kind of this weird sort of unique gameplay that really no one else has any nothing else really is that close to it.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that is similar to Pikmin at all.
Yeah, or Seaman, of course, but that's because that game is one of a kind.
Yeah, I can't imagine if that would ever get a sequel from here.
No, I imagine that one is on everyone's back burner. The people who want the sequel are like, yeah, it's not going to happen.
I don't even know what a sequel to that would be like.
It'd just be the same game, just updated. Probably would work a little bit better. A new Leonard Nimoy voiceover.
HD remaster.
Yeah, maybe they get that dude from the new Star Trek movies to do what's his name? You probably don't know his name. I don't know his name either. The new Spock. Get him to do the voiceover. Zachary something. So close. His name's Zachary. I don't remember his last name though. Maybe they'll get him to do it. Who knows?
I wonder if they'd still get mad if you said Pikachu.
What? They get mad if you say Pikachu?
Yeah. Or say something about Nintendo, he gets mad?
Well, presumably not, because a weird, quirky game like that would just end up on the Wii or something like that. So... or it would probably end up on the 3DS.
Yeah, I could... If any platform were that to happen, it almost sounds like it would make the most sense.
Yeah, the interaction definitely too. Like you can, that game would actually probably work better on the 3DS than it did on the Dreamcast.
You're selling me on this idea.
Yeah, I actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, it's it's kind of weird.
Like carry it around with you. Yeah, that's a portable game. That would work.
Yeah, it's like a more complex Tamagotchi. But enough about Seaman, the inevitable unmade Seaman sequel. What was I talking about? I don't know. Enough about rants that old games are too expensive and I want to play them too, because I've done that like the last few episodes.
They can be.
Yeah, they can. I still can't believe Rule of Rose was $100. That just blew my mind. The amount of times you and I were in that Best Buy and I just saw it for like $30 and was like, that game looks kind of interesting. I should probably buy it. And they had like 7 copies. They probably sent those back somewhere. You know, like those just didn't get sold.
Or they just clearanced them.
Yeah, probably. But hey, that's how I got Eco. So you know, no big deal.
Oh yeah.
Someone bought that game and either hated it or loved it, so who knows. But yeah, that's as I said, I'm getting closer to the end of Peace Walker. That's been a ride. Some of the epilogue side missions are really weird. Clearly references to things I don't understand.
Oh.
The one is like it's a reference to some sort of game like that I just have never played before. It's like Ponyo or something like that. I forget what they said it was, but you like there's like dudes in like Fulton recovery balloons, and you have to like shoot them down so that they don't end up getting like taken away or something like that. I don't know. It's really weird. But they named it something, and it was clearly a reference to something I'd never heard of.
Yeah. Do you see the Monster Hunter?
Oh yeah, I got that. I've already beaten the first 2, and I almost beat the third. The first 2 is just the flying one and the flying one at night, and then I almost beat the one that just kind of runs around. But that one's really hard, and I went in with the wrong loadout because I'd never played it before. If I were to go in a second time, I'd probably do better with it.
I think I tried that once and like, you know what? I don't feel like doing this.
Yeah, it's a lot of just knowing what weapons. Like, it's a lot of having the right loadout and like finding the time to use the supply marker. But yeah, so that was my little bit of time there. We also had a. It wasn't a Starmine official Halloween party, but we did have a Halloween party. And
Had the cast of Starmine there.
the cast, yes, let's call it the cast, yeah. Which I thought went pretty well. There was like 13 people in my apartment. That was a lot of people in my apartment.
Was it really that many people?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
There was like 13 people in there. That was kind of crazy. I was not expecting that good of a turnout, and I was also not expecting the different, like groups of friends that I have to mix that well. And our friend Nathan did not end up killing anyone with that axe that he busted in my door with.
Yeah, he scared me with that a lot.
For those at home, our friend Nathan is a big burly man, and he came straight from work, where he works at a field and stream, which is kind of like a Cabela's. So he was already wearing like a plaid shirt and jeans and like boots. So he just grabbed an axe and showed up to the party as a lumberjack. So it was terrifying. He did drop the axe at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it landed with a big thud. But I found out that my downstairs neighbor wears hearing aids and cannot hear very well at night, so probably did not disturb anyone.
That probably explains a whole hell of a lot of why no one complains.
Yeah, definitely. Because we can get pretty loud in that apartment. But we also watched a bunch of horror movies. Everyone seemed to like In the Mouth of Madness, which is what I always show it to everyone because it's a good movie. Did you watch that one? Were you there for that one?
Was that after I left?
I don't know.
Because of my damn work schedule, I had to leave early.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was all that. You and Nick actually interacted for more than like 5 seconds this time, which is weird.
Well, it's kind of weird because I felt like I've talked to him a whole bunch.
Yeah, but you don't you've never really hung around him, yeah.
Uh-huh. It's a classic thing where you meet someone on the internet, and then when you meet up with them, it's kind of awkward for the first, like, 10 seconds until you realize you're still the same damn person.
Yeah. Speaking of awkward internet meetups, I was just thinking about this. We all got PAX passes.
Yes.
PAX East passes. You, me, your brother, and our friend Nathan. And we got a swanky hotel. So, 2/3 of Starmine is going to represent at PAX East for the people that aren't going to be there that care.
So we will probably end up talking about it a whole lot.
Yeah,
The podcast after that.
That's going to be a good time. Hopefully, my friend Emily does not need a ride. Otherwise, we are going to be cramped in your car.
Woo!
She is a tiny person, though, so that'll at least be not too bad.
You and Kevin would get to know her pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, we would. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. I listened to the Retsu cast and found out Slow Beef is going to be at PAX East, even if Diabetes isn't. Yes, that's what I said that correctly. Slow Beef is going to be there from Retsu Prey, but Diabetes is not. But that's still cool. Get to maybe shake his hand again and awkwardly have him stare at me a few seconds before we walk away.
Yeah.
That was our interaction with him before. I guess we're going to attempt to play Fanavision in your car this year.
Yes, we'll have to find some sort of a way, like converter for like an AC, like those car power outlets.
Yeah.
To regular power outlet, and we can try playing Fanavision in my car. I imagine it's going to block out being able to use that video while the car's in drive, but I've never tried it yet.
Yeah.
And it does have video and audio inputs.
Yeah. You ride as pimped is what you're trying to say.
I don't know why anyone would put that in there.
Yeah, it's really weird. I've rented that car a few times, and it's very confusing to me why it works like that. Especially when I'm just trying to plug my phone in for audio. It's just like, nope, you got to use Bluetooth.
No, I was able to use USB for it.
Well, yeah, I was just trying to use like a regular audio cable though. That was my problem.
Okay.
But enough about your car. We're also gonna. Are we gonna bring that to the classic console room and like challenge people? We'll do the first set of Fanavision money matches, and I'll get really drunk and I'll beat everybody that's there.
That sounds like a hell of a time.
Or maybe I'll finally find my match.
Someone actually beats you in Fanavision?
Yeah, I mean, you guys can beat me, but on the highest handicap. You know, like, the game is actively working against me, and I can still almost beat you guys. Like, that says something about me. Not about you, about me. Like, I've just...
Would they let us just bring a game?
I believe you can reserve the console without actually without taking one of their games if you bring your own.
Okay.
I mean, if not, maybe we can just find like a TV somewhere and we'll just get really drunk and play it at the hotel.
Yeah. We'll end up bringing this mouse pad of a PS2. My brother's used my slim PS2 as a mouse pad for years.
Does it still work?
It still works.
Okay, because Nathan has a slim PS2 as well, so we can just have him bring his.
That might be a safer bet.
Yeah, probably. And then I have that VGA to I have that VGA to HDMI converter. Sorry, I'm laughing because we're making our PAX plans, on the podcast. This seems kind of silly. Well, hey, whatever.
Playing Fanavision is important stuff. Everyone needs to know about it.
It is important. I mean, it's where we got the name of our podcast, because no one's going to claim like a lawsuit or anything, or a cease and desist, because who the fuck cares about Fanavision anymore? The only person working on Fanavision 2 is me, so...
Now you get a cease and desist.
Yeah, now I get a cease and desist. I'm just kidding. There's no Fanavision 2 in the works. I have not worked at all on that. But yeah, I'm excited for PAX. And I'm sure you are too. Get to see Mike again. That'd be cool.
Though apparently for just one day.
Yeah, I guess so. He didn't plan that right, I guess.
There's another mod going as well. I don't know if I'll meet up with him.
I figure we'll probably do the meet-up thing with him once, and then, you know, like, if he wants to hang around, he can.
Yeah, I think he's showing up for just one day.
Man, we are not going to get into Cards Against Humanity this year, are we? Or Giant Bomb.
Who said about that?
We're going to be lucky to get into it, man. I mean, we were lucky to get in last year.
Well, I put a priority on those two, so...
Yeah.
We done really waited way too early for Cards Against Humanity, but I'm glad we did.
It was worth it. I mean, we got pretty good seats and everything.
Oh, we're like walking distance from... When you were talking about walking distance, I thought you meant public transportation. But...
No, there's a shuttle for that hotel.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's walking distance from this convention center, anyways.
Yeah, it's just across the river from it, so we can just walk across the thing if we really want to. Maybe we can actually go to that Whiskey Priest this year.
Probably just be taken by everything.
Probably, yeah.
Giant Bomb will probably end up having a meetup for
thing.
premium subscribers, so I might try to go to that, but that might interfere with... I know at PAX Prime they had that it was happening the same time as the Cards Against Humanity panel.
Yeah. Alright, well, enough about our plans for PAX. We can deal with that later.
Okay.
It looks like it looks like Robin has pulled ahead. Still has 10 stock left. Well, Toon Link is down to 7. Soon to be 6, probably. But yeah, I guess let's talk a little bit about Smash with the time we have left here, since
okay.
we've avoided it kind of.
I can zoom in. Ooh, that looks. How do I zoom in? Okay, why?
Yeah. Ooh, doesn't it look pretty?
It does. Oh, I took a photo. That was the photo button. Oh. Okay. Hit A to OK. I'm gonna get out of this.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Go back. Let them go back to fighting.
Okay. Yeah. They don't have any real story mode in this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's supposed to be like Smash Tower, isn't there? Something like that.
What's Smash Tower?
Yeah, some sort of tower you have to climb or whatever. I don't know.
Oh,
I remember watching the Nintendo Direct. It was saying something about that.
I don't know. I tried their classic mode, which was not at all like the classic mode. There was 5 levels, but it was like you pick who you battle against.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They give you like 4 or 5 selections on a few of them, and it's like you go against these 5 people, and then if you beat them, eventually, if you have like a tag or a team battle, you pick some of the people you defeated to be on your team.
Oh, okay.
And it, of course, ends with the Master Hand and such. There's an interesting thing where you pick your difficulty. By default, it's 2. If you make it easier, it costs you coins.
If you make it harder, you get more coins, though?
You get less rewards, but it costs you coins because you made it easier. But if you go harder, it also costs you coins. But your rewards for winning are higher.
Oh, okay. So everything costs you coins, but you get more rewards in one direction where you can actually beat it easier in the other.
Yeah.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I'm actually really interested in getting the trophies for the first time in any Smash Brothers game.
Yeah.
They added a little display thing. I could probably just show it, but I almost kind of want to see who wins this.
Yeah, I mean, we've invested, upwards of 50 minutes into this. We might as well. Yeah, did you watch that Nintendo Direct with the 40 things that are now in Smash?
No, I didn't. I kind of kept myself from watching a lot of it, partially because I didn't really care too much about what was in it, because I knew I was going to enjoyed it as much as I was going to, regardless of what was in it.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to really focus too much on it and get thinking about it too much. Because that's how I ended up buying that GTA game. Is that I was driving to go get gas, and I was listening to a podcast that started talking about it, and then I just drove past the gas station and went to a GameStop and bought it. So
that's good advertising, I guess. I don't know.
Yep. Because I wasn't gonna get it then. I was gonna wait in for a bit because I had all this other stuff I was buying, and like, no, I was disappointed by the WWE game, and I'm like, I need to get this taste out of my mouth.
You need to get the taste of man sweat and shirtless man sweat out of your mouth. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Maybe.
That would have been a lot better had I not stuttered. But whatever.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
But yeah, they show like display cases for trophies, so you kind of have a visual representation on how many you have to get.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the Nintendo Direct. If you got 20, it's like 20 minutes long, but if you got like 20 or... Actually, no, I think it's like 40 minutes long. If you got like 40 minutes to spare, it'll show you what's in the game that you bought. Or you could probably just play the game and find out yourself.
Yeah.
I do know Ridley is in the game.
What the hell is the big deal about Ridley?
It's just another addition to the thing. It's a fan favorite. Is basically what it is.
And I have to deal with the message board for on GameFAQs for Super Smash Brothers, and for the longest time they were just constantly talking about Ridley.
I guess the idea that maybe you could play him as a playable character, that kind of stuff. Is that what they were talking about?
Yeah, like betting that they will, being assholes to each other over it. Like, you're an idiot if you think he'll be playable, or you're an idiot if you don't think he will be. Or look at this screenshot and it's proof that it's him.
Well, he's in it. And if you attack him enough, he joins your side. The thing that really I heard a quote that was basically like, Ridley's too big to be a player. Like, and that was from the creator, whatever his name is. I know people's names. I do,
Oh, look at
but
Luigi.
He's got everybody, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, he just like killed everybody.
Fox is gone.
Yeah, I don't know if you know those like lava pits. Whenever you run into them with over 100%, you die instantly.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That was a really good use of his special there, just throwing everybody in that spike ball. Now we're just commentating on it, you know.
Whatever.
8-player Smash is too hectic to actually know anything that goes on. Well, I guess now we're down to 5-player Smash since Sheik, Kirby, and Fox are out.
Robin got a commanding lead now.
Yeah, I would say so. Palutena and Zelda in second, with Toon Link, I guess, as well. I would guess just by pure numbers, a pure numbers game, that probably Robin's going to win this.
Yeah.
That was always my strategy in Smash Brothers. With Peach, was just to stay out of the way until everyone else had killed everyone enough that I had enough of a lead of lives that I just couldn't lose. You know, like even if I died, you know, even if they killed, like if I had like double the lives that they had, then it was finally time for me to join the battle. Which pisses off a lot of people. And obviously I've never been in a tournament because they would probably just like single me out and kill me right away because it's a dick move.
Yeah, I mean, if it's one-on-one, you can't really run away from everyone.
No. I do a pretty good job, but no, that's just been in casual play with my friends and everything. Yeah. What characters are you going to play? You said you were going to play Mario, right?
I have generally played Mario in these games. It isn't that great of a character, apparently, but I don't know why I play Mario. But I do, so.
Because you like to do the first one on the list?
Yeah. Okay. Did Mario just... Or no, Luigi just literally walked off the stage and just suicided his last life.
He did. I did see that. That's
He's like,
that's great AI. He's just fed up with the world and he's done. Now we're finally on 4. It's taken us 56 minutes to get down to 4 guys left.
it's a good display of this game.
Yeah, it was a convenient time as well. We're probably gonna hit about an hour when this thing's finally over. Yeah, I'll probably. I usually do. I think it's Ike is what I usually do. That's like my actual, like, if I want to play kind of character. Because I've been playing so much Brawl, I've kind of been trying to switch up my characters a little bit, get good with everybody. I found a good way to do that, just because I was trying to unlock challenges, was to do the home run challenge, to just beat up a sandbag and then hit it with the home run bat. Because that's a good way to kind of teach yourself how to do a bunch of damage in a short amount of time. I found I don't like Pikachu and I don't like Samus. I've tried playing both of those, and I probably just don't. Maybe I just don't understand how to play them, but I'm just really bad with them.
Yeah,
they're just not characters I like. I'm good with sort of the bigger hitters a little bit. Obviously, as I said, I'm pretty good with Marth. Who was the other one I was playing? Pokemon Trainer I'm not too bad with. Obviously, Pokemon Trainer's gone in this one, though.
I can just play as Charizard.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll probably just stick to Ike and go and switch over to Peach if I want to be a dick. Is what I'm good at. Yeah, I was surprised I was so bad with so many of the characters, though. Like, I just was not good with them at all, and was very surprised about that. Like, I figured there'd be some sort of, they all play so differently, though. Like I don't know if maybe just Ike plays differently than the rest of them, or if they all play so differently, but just, it was not easy to change from character to character, that was for sure.
Yeah.
Actually,
I imagine they play pretty different. I've never been too competitive in this game. It's more been
just for fun, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm competitive just enough that I want to play and I want to win, but I'm not going to like cry if I win or if I lose or anything like that.
I think the first time I've ever really got mad when losing something was a few times on Hearthstone. I generally don't get all that mad when I lose stuff when playing games. There's some things that happen in that game that just shouldn't happen.
Yeah. Is that Dark Samus? Yeah, it's Dark Samus.
Was that a trophy? Character trophy?
Yeah, an assist trophy. Oh, since we're talking about assist trophies, how about the real life ones? You said you were going to get some amiibos, right?
I actually got one. I got the Mario.
Cool.
Holding it right now. I don't know what to say about it other than it's kind of interesting how it works. You put it onto the thing, onto the gamepad. It picks up the information off of it. You then do what you need to do, like change settings or whatnot. And then once it saves, you put the amiibo back onto it, and it saves it. They're decent quality. I mean, they're what
do they do for the game?
They give you an AI character.
Oh, you just get like a assist character?
Yeah, that you can level up yourself and give special moves and stuff like that, and you can use it to play against. It'll apparently supposed to learn how you play and kind of work as you.
Oh, okay.
So
that's kind of weird.
Yeah. But I got the Mario one because I play with Mario. I realized that it just means I play against Mario. But it's also used in you can use this one in probably the most amount of games, I imagine.
Yeah, probably.
This one's compatible with Mario Kart, so I'll pop that in there and make me have a Mario costume.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what they're going to do with a lot of the... oh, there we go. Robin clinches the win.
All right.
I wonder what they're going to do with a lot of, like, the more weird ones, like the Little Mac amiibo. Like, where the hell are you going to fit that in anywhere else, you know? Like, that's not one that's going to go very far.
That's a lot of numbers.
That is a lot of numbers. Who had the most kills? Zelda had the most KOs. How about that? Palutena had 1 suicide. That's great. Good job, Palutena. You really probably should have put these on a higher comm level. I don't know. I guess it was kind of funny just to see, like, you know, like the dumb versions of the thing just like dick around.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that is a lot of damage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Damage taken all around the same, all around except for Robin. Weird.
Kirby didn't launch much.
No. But yeah, everybody, that was pretty much the new Smash Brothers. And since we've kind of been stalling for time until the thing ends, I figure we can probably just kind of call it an episode at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that would make sense.
Yeah. When are you free to let me play this with you?
Mostly what I would imagine Friday and Saturdays.
Oh, okay. Great, because I will probably not be in town. But whatever. That's not a discussion for the podcast. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody, to us kind of ramble over video footage of a bunch of computers fighting on Super Smash Brothers. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't been watching, you probably didn't miss much. Thanks for listening, everybody.
All right. Goodbye.